TV crap. We're ready to go. All right. Okay. Enjoyed the film last night, but I always do.
Good.
Do you still enjoy seeing yourself up there as Captain or Admiral Kirk?
I don't like to look at myself, so I haven't seen the film actually.
There are a lot of actors in Hollywood that do not watch their performances.
I'm one of them.
You just find that you'd rather keep the image of how your performance was as opposed to the watching yourself?
No, it's literally disgust. It hasn't got anything to do with performance. I just don't like to look at myself.
That's interesting. I've kind of overcome that in a way. I'm ugly on television. I'm just used to seeing myself be ugly on TV, but it is different watching the image than how about your voice? Are you comfortable hearing your voice when you hear it back on a radio or on
voice? I'm more comfortable with, although it comes as a bit of a shock. Yeah, I guess it's the variance between self-image and what you actually look like.
It's interesting. Let's do some one-sentence games here because there's so much to talk about. That's the game show portion of our interview. One-sentence answers to the following.
One-sentence answers.
One-sentence answers. First thing that comes to your mind when I say horses.
Riding.
You love them?
Oh, I was going to say riding on the crest of a hill at sunset.
Beautiful. Marriage.
Love and devotion forever and ever.
The Star Trek television series.
Great fun.
Trekkies.
Masses of people coming towards me.
T.J. Hooker.
Running across the streets and up a stairs and along a rooftop, sweating profusely.
That man ran a lot. Captain Kirk.
At a periscope, looking at the world around him.
Grades in the following, like we're going back to school.
Grades?
Grades.
You mean
A, B, C, D, F. Patience.
Who am I grading?
You.
Oh, I see. F.
Getting along with others.
B.
Effort.
A.
Leadership.
A minus.
Business and money management.
F.
Comment section.
I beg your pardon?
Comment section. Bill, like what they used to say, like he talked too much in class, but he really tries hard.
Oh, you want
to?
What would they say about me? I was going for an A, B, A. Well, comment section. The clown who tried to be serious.
I understand today, and I didn't know this before, that the Kirk character was patterned after Alexander the Greek, or Alexander the Great. I don't think about the Greek. He was a fraternity member. Alexander the Great was that true?
Well, I had that in mind. I don't think anybody else had it in mind. Actually, Horatio Hornblower was the
I'd heard
pattern.
that.
Yeah, but I had recently come off a movie of that.
How do you handle rejection? Say, for example, with T.J. Hooker. These things become more than just a job for you, I'm sure. When a show is canceled or something is canceled, how do you take that?
Well, if that's the rejection you're talking about, with some equanimity.
Glad in many ways, or did you feel like, you know, that was, I mean, all these things have been on, have gotten a pretty good shot at the things that you've been generally a success in all your parts, but with that, it was successful.
It was quite successful. 4.5 years was a good success. There was a sense of relief a little bit. That was an arduous
grind,
yeah.
Was the best thing that ever happened to you the cancellation of the TV show Star Trek?
Oh, I don't think it was the best thing that ever happened.
Would we be sitting here today if it had been, say, the fans had gotten their way and it would have been extended another 2 years, 3 years maybe?
Well, I think it might very well have, yes. If it had maintained the quality that it had, even in the third year, I think that we might have been sitting here earlier.
You think it would have evolved into movies, though?
Well, if the qualities that made it popular had continued, I don't see why not.
Interesting. William Shatner, the director, you've gone into that in the last 4 or 5 years, I guess, a little bit more in the television and film. How has that got to work for?
Well, he's very demanding because he demands a lot of himself.
Is he an actor's director?
Very much so, I think.
Does he let the other people kind of fly the ship as far as the camera angles and that kind of thing? Or?
No, he's not directing if he does that.
That's true. So you really get involved with it? Absolutely, right?
A director, it's his vision.
Are you intimidated or anything at all about going into the directing of the next Star Trek film?
No,
You ready?
I'm prepared.
Do you know what you want? Do you have a goal going into this? I mean, obviously you want it to work and you want everybody to love it, but is there a goal that you have personally, what you'd like for it to be?
Absolutely. I know what the story is. I know how I want to shoot it.
Will you watch that film? I guess you'll have
I
to.
have to watch it again and again.
And you'll have to watch yourself.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, thank you a lot. I enjoyed it.
Thank
You're
you.
one of my favorites.
Thank you
If
very
not
much.
my most favorite. Thank you. All right. I'm going to have you sign my poster real quick while they dehook me.
Okay. You're being dehooked.
I'm being dehooked.